I gotta turn this on. Yeah, here I come. What y'all want?
It has been a season full of twists and turns, and it all reaches a crescendo here tonight.
Oh my God! In the rain, in the rain, bro.
Marquee event of the NFL calendar, Super Bowl Sunday. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Denver Broncos taking on the NFC champions, the Detroit Lions. Set to go now on a wet and rainy afternoon. And off we go here on Sunday Night Primetime. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
They have three tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Jackson going to keep it. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there.
International. Okay.
You ready?
Sure got bitches in the TP. We gon' get back to it, and I said what I meant. Got a big influence, and as big as it get. I'm official like the papers for the watch on my wrist. No residual for this paper. Who I look I can get. I told you I wasn't just a jump dog.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down. Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know what's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try to match his athleticism.
Jackson going to keep it. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
This may be a big early turning point in this Super Bowl. They're going to go for it on fourth down here. They'll try and throw for it here. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. On the ground, this is Quinshawn Judkins. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down at the 31.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Sanders to throw. Nowhere to turn here. He's going to go down.
Come on.
Back at about the 37-yard line. Rashawn Gary drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Of course. Yeah.
The Broncos send out their punter now.
Yeah, until he gets to trying to grab the controller.
With his first punt.
I'm playing online.
And he was looking for the check.
I'm gonna call you back on Don't Be Game.
That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
Alright, love you.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Oh my God, distracted. I'm supposed to okay, keep field goal.
Result in points. We'll find out. Play action. Now Jackson. Throw right side, pulled in by Hunter. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Come on, Chad.
Understandably, pass rushers keyed up for this Super Bowl, but you can't do that.
And let's face it, no one wants to lose one of these quarterbacks early in this game. So you know they're going to be protected by the officials.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. He completes it to Hunter. So no gain on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop the red line scrimmage.
And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Now it's Jackson. A short pass here taken in by Laporta. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on a flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. From the gun, Jackson. And that one goes incomplete on the drive. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. So now 4th down looming. Remember, these guys went for it on their last drive, but it didn't work out.
Yeah, even though it didn't work out, I would not be surprised at all if they went ahead and did it again.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Darn right.
Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a 2nd time. Jackson from the shotgun. Got a man open. It's Chase. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's 1st and goal. To throw is Jackson. He's got it.
That nigga just a ball. That nigga just a ball.
5-yard touchdown. And the Lions are on the board first here in this Super Bowl.
Brandon, this is the Super Bowl. A touchdown scored in any game is big. In this one, it's massive.
Dan Campbell makes the call. His guys will go for 2 here. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And he will get in to make it 8-0. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They trailed early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Takes it to about the 37.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
He'll try and do this himself. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. They'll indeed go for it. It's Sanders.
Oh, he caught it. Get up. Let's go.
And he's going to be brought down.
Fuck you,
What
boy.
will be the final play of this first quarter.
Fucking way, bro.
The biggest game, the biggest stage, Super Bowl 63, 1 quarter in the books. 8-0 our score. We'll return after this message. You're watching the NFL, and it's right here on EA Sports.
Check.
first down. Here's Jenkins. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. To throw is Sanders. Oh, the ball comes out. They'll say it's incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10.
18, 5 in. 19 tight, 19 tight. 19 target, 19.
Throwing, Sanders.
Oh my God.
Pressure, he's brought down. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. Now Sanders. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll give up the middle. Jenkins. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 2nd and 2. 1st down marker at the 8. Sanders. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos have come back to make it a 2-point game. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver.
Nick Bonito in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Here's Jack Fox now. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield.
At their own 49-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown.
Oh, come on.
Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
Come on, come on. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 60 Bobcat, 60 go.
To throw now. Here's Sanders. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. Sanders. He's got his
Oh.
on the corner route. It's complete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. They'll run for the first time with the speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. But they get back in the huddle. He's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Going through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. Will go down as a gain of 6. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. That one goes for 8 yards.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Going back to Gibbs on first down. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So they'll come up 2nd and 7. Here's Jackson to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hunter. Only able to gain a couple there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Jackson. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. He will push his way down to about the 14. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. 2nd and 7. Throwing is Jackson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Goes to Laporta, right side.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Jackson and the rest of the offense staying put. They will go for it on 4th. Jackson. And it's incomplete. And they turn it over. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively.
Oh my, bro, come on, block.
Trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Panther Street! Panther Street!
Here's Sanders. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 3rd and 19.
60 Bobcat! 60 Bob! Hawk 70! Hawk 70! Street! Street! Ready, right?
A final shot before break. Sanders.
Bro, these niggas won't block nobody.
Seconds left on the clock.
Good work there to force the incompletion and 4th down. Normally, it'd be a quick change for the punt return unit, but this offense has converted twice on 4th down so far, so you may want to double-check things there and make sure they're actually going to kick.
This is intercepted. There's that man, Travis Hunter. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they trail here in the Super Bowl, but fortunately for them, Charles, very much still within striking range.
Yeah, things didn't go exactly the way they planned in the first half. To me, they appeared to be a little bit tight midfield as they normally wouldn't. But, of course, this is the Super Bowl, so things get a little bit heightened in that regard. But I think they have to feel a little fortunate. They're only down what they are here starting the 3rd quarter.
Ready?
Sanders now. From the gun, he'll throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's brought down. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down.
Hey, 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 hey! Go! Warrior 70!
Looking to throw. Sanders. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A big play there on the catch and run. 38 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. From the gun, it's Shador. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Shador Sanders. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos have regained the lead in the second half of this Super Bowl. Nice job of polishing off that drive, and all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back.
This nigga slipped, man. Oh. Could have kicked the fucking field goal. You gonna slip, nigga.
So the defense holds, and this remains a 5-point game. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent is still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
I have to think a major focus of the half halftime, Minks had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying under double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the second level.
Stopped by the safety, Kyle Hamilton.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. A give to Robinson on the option. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on third down, Jackson.
Wow.
Taken in by his big tight end. Pushing his way through. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on third and medium to pick up the first.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Bijan Robinson, a 21-yard touchdown run. And the Lions have retaken a third-quarter lead. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a third-quarter lead.
They were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But boy, they executed awfully well.
Picked off by Nick Benito.
Oh, you got lucky. This nigga got tired, boy.
Now as they line up and kick this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Sanders to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing in the coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. And this ball is broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. 50 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
From the 31, here's 2nd down and 3. Option play, here's Robinson. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Nothing fancy really on either side. They were just trying to punch it between the tackles, but could not get it done.
That felt very old schoolish, didn't it? Because we always talk about how we spread it out on offense nowadays and try and create some running lanes. That one was really tight. Go get it. A big pile of bodies. Didn't quite get there.
Down inside the 10. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. Wow, first and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Robinson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on first down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Gibbs will take this one in. It's a Lions touchdown.
Did my eyes deceive me? Or was that an I formation play that was just run there for a touchdown?
A little old school eye.
How about that? Was that a fullback, tailback, running it into the end zone?
Well, that's what that fullback's for, right? That's why you use that. Let him pave the way.
Oh, without a doubt, he's an extra blocker, and he did his job well on that play.
And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up. And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
This is 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Back to throw. Sanders. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for it first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
Here we go. Come 19. Come 19. 18.
From the gun on 3rd down, Sanders. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. 3 quarters in the books. 1 to go here in Super Bowl 63 and that final frame after this timeout. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. Here we go. Cougar 19. Go.
And they'll let the fullback try and take it home. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Broncos have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Lutz with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A 1-score game Fourth quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now, they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
On first and 10, here's Gibbs. And a lane slowly materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 9. Jackson, options out left. And holding it, maybe the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Jackson now. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The offense staying out there. They're at 50%, 2 for 4 thus far in the game. What can they do here on 4th down? From midfield now, here's Jackson.
Oh,
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
Boy, that was a big gamble for them right there. They went for it on 4th down, showed a little chutzpah because they did it with the lead here in the 4th quarter, and this defense is once again unable to stop it.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 47 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the 4th quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest, and they want to keep doing exactly what we saw there, running the ball down their throat.
Off the option, here's Gibbs. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now, backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Read option, this is Gibbs. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. From the gun, Jackson. And it was caught. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
They'll run with Gibbs. It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. Again, it's Gibbs. And this time he is in. Jahmyr Gibbs, his second touchdown in this Super Bowl. And the Lions are starting to pull away in the fourth quarter of this Super Bowl. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Now Jackson. And he finds his way into the end zone as the lead moves to 10. Make it a 2-score game with a conversion. It pays off.
And they've looked at the situation, figured it out well. A 2-score game in this situation, they've got to feel much better about where they are.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Sanders. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And this one is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
He's across midfield. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 2 important parts to that play. 1, you get a first down, obviously. Charles, 2, managed to get out of bounds.
Love the way you dissected that, but he threw it in the middle of the field. So they picked up the first down, but he had to work his way to the sideline to stop the clock. What a great effort.
Back to throw again. That one deep for London.
Oh, my.
Oh, that could have been a near certain 6 points. He was all alone, but he could not look it in. My, oh, my. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. To throw again, here is Sanders. And he'll be hit as and that'll fall incomplete.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
What a Super Bowl it's been to this point. Now a critical 3rd down here.
Warriors 17. 7 Pirates. Let's go, check. Panthers ready.
To throw is Sanders.
Oh, my, bro. GG, bro.
Too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here we go. This is 4th down. They'll indeed go for it. It's Sanders. That one deep for London. And this is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Drake London, 42 yards. And the Broncos' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll try and throw for it. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. And the lead is kept to 2 here in the 4th. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
And the Lions are able to cover this one up. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
They'll get it to the 23-yard line.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. And he will have a Lions first down, and that's the one that should seal a victory. It's a pickup of 2, and that's good enough to just about write a finish to this one. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Y'all gotta call my taste. Y'all can't talk about basic. We ready, no power rate. Mine also dangerous. Y'all talk about rage. Don't hurt the matrix. Got that touch my favorite. Give it that touch of my favorite. Rivers can't hear it no more. Dinner to the man can't hear him no more.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final time.
Come on.
As they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
Justin. Are you falling asleep?
Now 3rd down and 7. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8.
This is,
The Lions, yes, the